Welcome to Anchor Speaks. This evening, Anchor is going to use both road code book in helping you how to pass your test. I am going to ask questions from both book. That means any question you get when you're going for your learner's license or driver's license, you are going to pass that test. I'm going to start with this book, the older version of the road code book. Then I go to the newer version of the road code book. You understand? This one named Jamaica Driver's Guide, and this one named The Art of Driving. I'm going to ask from this book first. Remember, like the video and share the video with those who you think are interested in getting their license, or even it can help them understand the road more, because once you know the road code, you're going to be a better driver. Let's go now with the first question from the road code book. Here it is. What is the first rule of the road? Answer: keep well to the left unless you are about to overtake or turn right. So the first rule of the road is to keep left, because in Jamaica or in some Caribbean country, we drive on the left hand side, overtake on the right. Second question: when should you not overtake? When should you not overtake? Answer: at a road junction, on a corner, at a bend, at the bow of a hill, at a pedestrian crossing, on a humpback bridge, and where the road is divided into two parts. You cannot overtake in these circumstances. Remember, you can't overtake at a pedestrian crossing, you cannot overtake on a hill, you cannot overtake at a road junction. Those are places you cannot overtake. You cannot overtake on a corner neither. You understand? Always remember, places you cannot overtake. Here's the third question now. After overtaking a vehicle, what should you do before rejoining the line? Again, after overtaking a vehicle, what should you do before rejoining the line? Answer: check your rear view mirror. So if you are driving and you overtake three vehicles or one vehicle, before you come back onto the left hand side of the road, you check your rear view mirror to make sure that you are coming back in at the appropriate time. You understand? Let's go to the fifth question. What must you do, or when should you dim your light? When should you dim your light? Answers: on wet road, in brightly lit area, when approaching oncoming vehicle, when traveling behind a next vehicle, when approaching a police officer on point of duty, and when descending a hill, also when going around a corner. You have to dim your light in these circumstances. Now at night, we realize that a lot of drivers complain that the next driver not dimming their light. You understand? In other words, some driver drive on bright. Now, if you're driving your vehicle on bright, once you see a, a vehicle coming up on the opposite side, you have to dim your light. You understand? And let me teach you something. If I am driving and I'm facing you as a driver, and my light is bright, do you know that you can tell the driver that your light is bright? Now, how can you do that? You dim your light, dim it. And when you dim your light, the next driver will dim theirs. You understand? If the next driver doesn't dim their light, probably you can dim your light, go back to bright, and dim your light again. So the driver now will know, oh, you are telling me that my light is too bright. You understand? Because there's nothing wrong with driving and bright when you are driving alone and there's nothing else coming. But once you observe a vehicle coming up, then you have to dim your light. You understand? Because a bright light can cause accident. Now here's the next question now. Who has the right of way on a hill? Who has the right of way on a hill? The answer, the vehicle coming down. But a heavier vehicle has the right of way both ways. So who have the right of way on a hill? The vehicle coming downhill have the right of way. But the heavier vehicle have the right of way both ways. For example, if I'm driving a car and you are driving a car and both of us meet on a hill, the car coming downhill have the right of way. Or if me a drive a car and the next vehicle is a truck, the next vehicle have the right of way coming down or going up. The heavier vehicle always have the right of way on a hill. You understand? Remember that. Let's go on to our next question. Question 7. Who has the right of way at a crossing which is not controlled by police or traffic light or signs? So who have the right of way at a crossroad that is not controlled by police, traffic light, or a sign? The answer, no one. No one has the right of way. Now, if nobody don't have the right of way, what it tells you as a driver, that you have to go to that crossroad and stop and look. So each driver will stop and look, and each driver now will give each other the, what you call a word now? The go ahead. You understand? The go ahead. Let's go to question number 8. When should a driver make use of the right of way? When should a driver make use of the right of way? The answer, when it is safe to do so. So you only make use of the right of way when it is safe to do so. So not because you're right, it means say you're going dead right. You understand? Even though you have the right of way, sometimes you have to look before you do what you are doing. Question number 9. Should a driver yield the right of way if a pedestrian enter the crossing? And the answer is yes. A driver should yield. So if you're driving and the pedestrian step out and the pedestrian crossing, you have to break up. Break up in any way you can. Hard, violently, just break up. Because the pedestrian enter the crossing. You understand? Because the most important person on the road, are pedestrian. And I want you to remember that. You understand? Let's go now to question number 10. What must you do if a police instruct you to drive in the opposite direction on a one-way road? Again, what must you do if the police instruct you to drive in the opposite direction on a one-way street? Answer, I should obey the instruction. In other words, once the police give you instruction, that's the instruction you should follow at hand. Don't go say, no, no, officer, this is a one-way road, and me not broken this one-way road. No, the police tell you, say, jive. Therefore, you jive. Because guess what? The police would already scan the area and realize that any other area out is blocked. And that's the only detour you have. You have to obey the police at all times. Remember the word ALLR. You have to obey the police at all times. Question 11. What should you do if you are involved in an accident? Again, what should you do if you are involved in an accident? Answer, stop. If no policeman is on the scene, give your name and address to the person you have the accident with. Report the accident to the police within 24 hours and produce your driver's license and your vehicle papers. So if you get in an accident and there was no police, when you call the police, then they're far away from you. If you trust the person to a point, you say that you can give your information to the person give you their information, and then you report it. Always report an accident within 24 hours. Don't go say, no man, the man give me in word of mouth. Word of mouth can't carry go court here. Or word of mouth can make you win case. You have to make sure you report the accident. No matter how small it is, how big it is, always report a car accident. Now let's go to question 12. Who has the right of way at a roundabout? Who has the right of way at a roundabout? It says, in general, there is no right of way. You should approach with caution and give way to the vehicle and the right. In other words, what this is saying that there is no right of way at a roundabout. However, you should give way to the vehicle on your right hand side. So once you come to the mouth of the roundabout, you stop at the mouth of the roundabout and you look to your right. If there's no vehicle in the roundabout, then you can proceed. Once there's vehicle to your right hand side in the roundabout, you have to wait until they go around. Then you proceed. Understand? Question number 14 we are, right? How many signs are there at a roundabout? How many signs are there at a roundabout? Answer, there are 4 signs. Slow, roundabout ahead, keep left, give way. So there are 4 signs. When you're approaching a roundabout, you're going to see those signs. You're going to see slow, then you're going to see roundabout ahead, then you're going to see keep left, and then you're going to see give way. Now, give way is the last sign you're going to see at the mouth of the roundabout. You see that square looking sign there? Give way. You have to stand up. You understand? And give way to the vehicle on your right hand side. Let's go to question number 16 now. How far should you park from a bus stop? How far should you park from a bus stop? Answer, 12 meter or 40 feet. Question number 17. How far should you park from a pedestrian crossing? How far should you park from a pedestrian crossing? The answer is 12 meter or 40 feet. So both pedestrian crossing and the bus stop carry the same amount of measurement, 12 meter or 40 feet. Question number 18. Why should you take special precaution when you approach a person with a white stick? Why should you take special precaution when you approach a person with a white stick? Answer: the person is blind. So anytime you see a man at walk and he have a stick like that, a stick in your hand, you realize that the person is blind. Take special precaution. Stop if you have to. Put on your four-way flasher and assist the person across the road. You understand? That's what good drivers, and it's morally correct when we assist persons who are blind. And guess what? Today you may be seeing, tomorrow you're blind. That's why you have to take care of the unfortunate, because the fortunate person can be unfortunate the next day. So always take special precaution with the person using the white stick. That means that they are blind. Next question now. Where should you not park? Where should you not park? Now here's a couple area where you should not park. You should not park between no parking sign. Anyway, say parking sign, do not park at the parking sign. Do not park at a fire hydrant. Do not park at a pedestrian crossing. Do not park in a corner. Do not park at the bow of a hill. Yeah, good. So these are some places that you should not park. And if you park them places there, it can cause serious accident. Now here's one more. So where should you not blow your horn? Where should you not blow your horn? Here's a few places you should not blow your horn. In built-up area, when approaching police officers and point of duty, when approaching animals, yeah, you should not blow your horn at a school and at a hospital, or whenever parliament is in session. You cannot blow your horn on these circumstances. Do not blow your horn. And I realize some of you don't know the difference, because not very much no horn sign is around. You may find those signs at the hospital where it says no horn blowing. But we in general should know where we should not blow the horn. Whom do you consider most of all road users? Whom do you consider most of all road users? It says, you are required to give due care and consideration to all users of the road, but pedestrian most of all. So pedestrian is the most important road users. Can I take one more question? I think so. Good. What is the meaning of an unbroken white line in the middle of the road? What is the meaning of an unbroken white line in the middle of the road? It says, you must not overtake there. If by doing so, you should drive to the right hand side of the lane. Always keep to the left of such lane. Let me reread that one, because somewhere I think me get messed up. It says, you must not overtake there. If by doing so you would drive on the right of the lane, always keep to the left of such lane. So the unbroken white line, you cannot overtake when the white line is unbroken. Do not overtake there. Next question. What is the meaning of a broken white line in the middle of the road? What is the meaning of a broken white line in the middle of the road? It says, in the case of a broken white line, you can overtake provided it is safe. So you can overtake when the line is broken. You can overtake there when it is safe for you to do so. You understand? But not because broken, it means you can overtake. No, you have to make sure it is safe. So again, broken white line mean that you can overtake. And broken white line mean you should not overtake. Now, what if you see both the broken white line and the unbroken white line in the middle of the road at the same time? What should you do? If you are driving, the line that is closest to your vehicle is the one that you should follow. So, for example, if two lines in the middle of the road, one unbroken and one broken in the middle of the road, if the broken white line is on your side of the road, it means that that's the line you should follow. You can't overtake. So my advice to you now, always follow the line that is closest to your vehicle. Don't go for the line on the other side. Follow the line closest to your vehicle. That is the line you obey. If you see two lines in the middle of the road, that's the line you should obey. You understand? Very good. So we're going to stop here now from this book. You understand? This is the older version of the road code book. I'm going to stop here. And now we are gonna now ask a few questions now from Driver's Guide. You understand? The art of driving. This is the upgraded version. You're gonna find the question are gonna position a little bit different. You're gonna have A, B, C, and D right here, right? Here's the first question. How should you enter the highway? How should you enter the highway? Answer, signal and proceed. It says signal and increase your speed to merge smoothly with the traffic. So when you're going to merge on the highway, when you're going on the highway, it said that you should signal and increase your speed to merge with the traffic. You don't go on the highway and start just slow. So no, you cannot keep the speed going. Next question. When should you report an accident? When should you report a serious accident? Answer, immediately. Immediately. So, serious accident, you call the police right away. You never go wait no long time. You understand? Report a serious accident right away. If you forgot, report the accident within 24 hours. Question number 2. While you are driving with a learner's license, the person accommodating you must sit in the front passenger seat at what point? The answer, at all time. Now, if you have a learner's license and you are learning to drive, right? At what point should your instructor be in the vehicle with you? Only when you're going on the road? Only on the highway? Where? When? The answer is at all time. Your instructor must be with you at all time. And remember, there should be L on the front, L on the back. And remember too, based on this book, it's only your family member who have a valid driver's license and who are capable of teaching you can teach you in your family. Otherwise, you have to get a driving instructor. No friend, no co-worker, no neighbor can teach you how to drive. Two person, close family member who are capable and a driving instructor that is registered. No matter go look no fool driving instructor. The government passed a law that all Driving instructor should be registered and are capable instructors. For example, Anchor have a capable instructor. You understand? So send me a link if you want me to send you Anchor driving instructor. Very good instructor. Next question now. This one. While driving, you should be aware of your surrounding and the traffic around you. How often should you check your mirror and blind spot? In other words, wait a sec, is when you are driving, how often should you check your mirror and your blind spot while you are driving? The answer, every 5 seconds or so. So if you are driving, every 5 seconds you go, wave your mirror, check, mirror, check. So you don't just drive blindly. So no, you drive, check your surrounding, you check your rearview mirror, you check those who are back, check your two-side mirror, check your surrounding. You understand? Good drivers check the surrounding. Answer say every 5 seconds or so. Now here's the next question now. When a police officer signal you to pull over and stop, you must do what? Answer, pull over as far as possible to the left as you safely can and come to a complete stop. So when the police stop you, so you pull over to the left hand side of the road, come to a complete stop. In other words, don't have the vehicle and move off. You stop that vehicle, you come to a complete stop. So anytime police stop you, remember, pull off of the road. Never stop in the road. Do not stop your vehicle in the road. You pull over to the left hand side and you stop. You understand? One more question for the evening. One more question for the evening. Here it is. Why should drivers signal when turning? Why should drivers signal when turning? Answer, to notify other road users of their intention. So when a driver drive and him signal, put an indicator right or left, what the driver is doing is notifying other drivers of his intention. But don't we all hate when a driver turn without using the indicator? Nothing no burn anchor so. Nothing get me upset than when we realize it, a driver turn without using their indicator. Me get bringle man. Me not lie with you. You want to make anchor vex on the road? Turn and don't use the indicator. Yeah, me feel away because the indicator is what talk to me as the man behind you and in front of you. So always make sure that you as a driver, you use the indicator when turning because as the answer say, is to notify other road users of your intention because we can't read your heart. We can't read you. We have to read your car. So when I'm behind you driving, I'm depending on your brake light and your indicator. That's what I know your intention. So your indicator, your brake light tells me your intention because I cannot know it otherwise. You understand? Big up on yourself. This is part one of question from both books. Remember, I'm giving them both books. So when you sit down in that test, Anchor done room you already. When you go on the road to drive, Anchor done room you already. Because may I give you answers, question, me I reason with you from the book book, Jamaica Driver's Guide and the Art of Driving. You understand? The Art of Driving is a fresh book that just released with some very good information. Perfect book. So if you can go out and buy this book, you, even though you have your license already, every driver should have this book. And what this book do, you have everything in the book about tickets, how much you pay for ticket, what cost ticket and so forth. So this book is brilliant, I tell you, brilliant. But anyway, books are good, and Anchor would be feeding you with information about driving from these books. So let's say this is part one of using both road code book, question and answers. Look for part two sometime this week. And remember, like the video, send me a comment.